dark and difficult times lie ahead. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
You alright? Okay. I've already been pulled over about an hour ago.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that for?
Wondering what I was doing, so I told them. And
what are you doing?
Fine with. I went to Asda, so.
Asda?
Yeah.
Asda's that way?
Yeah, I know, but I've just been to drop my mate off. So if you speak to the officers, if you can.
Alright.
It was a marked BMW.
Alright. Why do you have your mate with you?
Because he doesn't drive,
Alright.
and his missus, and they've got a newborn baby, so I took him to Asda. I work with them as well, so.
Okay, doke.
Remember, in England there is nothing in the legislation that says you are only allowed out a certain number of times per day or any time restraints on those excursions. This police constable quickly realises that he's not going to be able to issue a fine under the coronavirus legislation, and so the conversation continues.
You the owner of the car?
I am.
We'll probably check it out then, have they? What's with these lights on the front?
It's a white light, not blue.
Eh?
It's a white light, not blue, so I can turn them on. So it is actually white if you look at it underneath.
Okay, but technically they should be in pairs, shouldn't they?
Should they? Well, I'm afraid not, Constable. In fact, the legislation surrounding vehicle lights is quite clear. The Road Vehicles Lighting Regulations 1989, Schedule 2, Part 1, does in fact state requirements relating to obligatory front position lamps and to optional front lamps, to the extent specified in Part 2. Requires 2 obligatory front lamps, which would almost certainly be in the correct position, with angle of visibility, alignment, markings, size of illumination area, etc., directly from the factory. However, Part 2 of Schedule 2, which relates to optional front position lamps, states nothing about how many optional front lamps are required. In fact, it only relates to the colour of any optional front lamps, as explained in paragraph 7 of Part 1 of the Road Vehicles Lighting Regulations 1989, stating white or, if incorporated in a headlamp which is capable of emitting only a yellow light, yellow. Nothing at all about the number of optional front lights, and in fact clearly rear lights do not necessarily have to be in pairs either, as some vehicles, along with a pair of rear lights, have single LED strips running across the top of their rear window.
What do you mean?
Have you got extra LED running lights or something like that?
Yeah.
It should be in pairs, 2s, not 1. You've got 1 there, have you?
It's 1 in the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
It should be in pairs.
Well, the law is that if I can have white on the front,
Yeah.
red on the back,
Yeah.
and that's white.
Yes, but it's not in a pair. Yeah, you think of all the LED running lights and whatever, they're all in pairs, aren't they?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because on all the new technology, on the new technology on the cars these days, when cars turn around corners, they've got one fog light on.
That's slightly different, isn't it? That's a fog light. It's part of the adaptive lighting system, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, surely an optional light is adaptive. And talking of pairs, this constable is clearly a ball bag, which is one half of a pair of ball bags.
And also, glare isn't illegal.
No, but it should
It's
be
when you actually see the light.
It should be in pairs, shouldn't it? That's what I'm saying. So it's not in pairs. You've also got the film on the headlights.
Yeah, completely legal.
You sure?
Yeah.
Did you pass an MOT with them?
Yeah, it did.
Did they?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not convinced that's legal because it's covering the lens, isn't it? So it's reducing the.
It's not tint, no. Honestly.
So as soon as you put anything on the lens.
Yeah.
Yeah. My understanding is it's an offence.
Now, it's been a long time since my car modding days, and although I have yet to find anything specific in the legislation, I believe that providing there is no less than 50% of the original light emitted through lens covers, then it's legal. Although in the legislation it states that there is no requirement on wattage, And as for intensity, it states that there is no requirement on vehicles other than a solo motorcycle or motorcycle combination first used on or after the 1st of January 1972 and a trailer manufactured on or after the 1st of October 1985. A solo motorcycle and a motorcycle combination, in either case, first used on or after the 1st of April 1986, or any other vehicle manufactured or first used on or after the 1st of October 1990. However, this isn't an area that I deal with, so this is an interpretation of the legislation, and you should of course ask a professional for clarification.
Because
No, it's not.
It's reducing the...
You'll have to...
Because even the Perspex headlamp covers, some of those say on them not for road use.
No, if you want to go ahead and double check it, but I know that you're wrong on it.
Am I? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, misinformed.
Misinformed, am I? Oh, right. Okay.
And it's at this point the cop takes real offence. You know you can never tell a constable that they are wrong without hurting their feelings, especially when they have no available safe space to run and hide in, which is why the constable now tries his best with some rubber side splitters that are about as dangerous as hitting somebody with a piece of cling film.
Right. And what about these canards then?
The what? These?
Yeah.
They're rubber, as you can feel. They're rubber, and they're not illegal either.
Aren't they?
No.
Oh.
It's to deflect the airflow.
Yeah, on racing cars, yeah?
Yep.
Just turn your steering right over for us.
And again, the last officer about an hour ago checked all the tyres and everything as well.
All right. What's with the flashing centre brake lights?
It's brake mod, which again is legal.
Is it?
Yep.
Have you checked that, have you?
Yep.
How is it legal?
Because it doesn't flash more than, I think it's 70 times in a minute.
All right.
I, as always, have to try and be balanced in my views of videos, and I do have to say that I cannot find anything that suggests flashing brake lights are legal. Now, that's not to say that they're not legal, but with the potential to distract other drivers, it does make sense. However, if anyone can show me a report or the legislation that's recent and can prove that it's okay to have, then great. But for me, I can't say that it is based on my research.
And yeah, I've had everything done to it. It's been remapped and everything, and it's all through the insurance. The insurance know everything. So I'm happy for you to phone them up and check as well.
All right. It's past the MOT with a bonnet like that as well, is it?
Yep, bonnet lifters.
Are they legal, are they?
Yep,
Sure about that?
yep, 100%.
From my searching, bonnet lifters or bonnet spacers, which I'm assuming the driver is talking about based on the footage, which lift the opening end of the bonnet slightly in order to help with airflow and engine cooling, are not illegal, but can result in a failed MOT, although I have yet been able to find out exactly why. Just that there are reports of MOT failures due to bonnet spacers.
Oh.
Never been pulled over ever since owning the car, and I've been pulled over twice tonight.
Well, you're going to be, aren't you, if you know...
Which way were you heading when you were pulled over the first time?
Come in this way.
Going towards Asda?
Yeah.
And then you've gone back, dropped your mate off in, and then you're going back to...
Flint, where I live.
Okay, so we won't expect to see you out again tonight.
No, of course not.
Even if you did see him out again, it makes absolutely no difference. As I said before, there is nothing in the England coronavirus legislations that prevent you from going out multiple times a day or night. You could have a medical problem and need to walk several times a day for rehabilitation. You could have been to the shops in your car and forgotten something. You could have been shopping and not yet taken your exercise, or been to a medical appointment, or are on your way to work. Meaning that even if you've gone out 4 times in a day, there is nothing that prevents you from doing so, providing you're sticking to social distancing rules.
I have got a works permit as well.
What do you do for work?
We're building the rooftops for the NHS, all the pop-up hospitals.
Yeah, that's fine. If you're going to work, that's fine. But if you're just driving round, then it's not fine, is it? It's for going to work.
No, I'm just letting you know if you wanted to see it. If you do see me
I
out in the
believe
daytime.
you don't have to show us any kind of work permit. We've not got the powers to look at that. But if you've been seen twice in one night, it's kind of what are you doing? But if you're going to answer, then fair enough. But we don't expect to see you out again tonight, do we?
So, one of the rules for being out and about is if you are a key worker, but the police have no powers to check if you are by way of documentation. But they think they do have the power to ask people for their papers whenever they want, and a failure to give details will see you with an arbitrary arrest followed by a completely unlawful fine.
You just didn't want to go, during the day, having a newborn baby, mixing with everyone.
You got this film on the back, haven't you?
Yeah.
It reduces how bright the lights are, doesn't it?
It's all legal.
Again, I'm not convinced it is.
Well, I'm happy for you to give me any paperwork and I'll take it to an MOT station to prove you guys wrong.
This mug ain't convinced by anything, is he? I mean, is this the kind of constable you want working against us? Sorry, I mean for us. If you don't know something, constable, look it the fuck up. There is no shame in finding out an answer if you do not know. However, it is a shameful act to misuse your position and misinterpret the legislation to suit your needs.
All right, okay. What I'll do some...
I'm not being arsy with you, I'm just trying to say I know the stuff on it before I've done it.
I'm not convinced you do, because you didn't know about the lights on the front. You can't just be putting random white lights on your car, can you?
Well, Part 2 of Schedule 2 of the Road Vehicles Lighting Regulations 1989 says different, constable.
Yeah, I can.
You can't.
I can. Look, they're illegal.
Illegal.
Yeah, I know they're illegal. Yeah. You can see them. But I can have any colour lights underneath my car, absolutely any, as long as they don't flash and you can't see the light.
You can't. You can't have blue lights. You can't have red lights, can you?
Glare isn't illegal. It's only when you can see the light.
If you've got a red
itself.
light under the car.
That's glare.
Right, but you've still got a red light under the car, haven't you?
Honestly,
So how is that legal?
Not entirely sure why the constable's talking about red lights when clearly that is irrelevant to this incident, as there is a white light and not a red one.
It's legal. I've checked the laws on it. Honestly.
It won't be, will it? How is that going to be legal?
Raid, you're a traffic cop. It's glare is.
Don't go there, mate.
Yeah, that's...
Glare is legal.
I love the way that they try and use a sarcastic laugh in order to try and make out a traffic cop would be far worse than these two idiots. I'd suggest that a traffic cop would actually know the law, and as a constable who is not trained mechanic, you should not be arbitrarily making assumptions about someone's vehicle. Even traffic cops have a trained mechanic on duty who comes out when they're not entirely sure about something.
Honestly. And I haven't got anything underneath,
You can
have
only
I?
show red light to the rear, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? If you've got red light showing to the front, even though it's glare,
Yeah.
it's not legal, is it?
No.
It's still showing red light to the front.
No, but it's not. It's a white light on the front, not red.
Yeah, but you've just been telling me now that you can show any light under the car. Well, you can't, can you?
Yeah, you can't. You're not allowed to physically see the light.
Yeah.
You can see glare from the light.
But if it's red glare, then it's showing red light to the front, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not legal then, is it?
Oh, bless him. Oh, he's finally managed to get something right. Although it is in no way linked to this traffic stop, at least he's trying. You get a gold star for effort, constable. Well done.
And as I say, the white lights should be in pairs.
No, I disagree.
Right, okay. What's your name?
Josh.
Okey-doke, Josh.
I'm more than welcome for you to
And
give
again,
me any whatever.
These canards here, you know, are they in the borderline being sharp edges, aren't they?
Nope, illegal.
Are they?
How is that a sharp edge? It's made of rubber.
Yeah.
Not being funny.
Yeah, but it wasn't on there when the car was produced, was it?
Half the car wasn't on there when it was produced.
No.
I'm not being funny.
So it doesn't make it legal, that's what I'm saying.
No, but it doesn't make it illegal either, constable.
It is legal.
Is it? It's legal.
Not being funny.
It's legal on a Porsche 223 that's been homologated for it, isn't it?
It hasn't got Lambo doors. I'm getting Lambo doors fitted. That didn't come with the car. Is that illegal?
Not necessarily, but the doors don't have sharp edges that might...
If you really think that is a sharp edge, even though it's completely rounded off and it's rubber...
It's down to the interpretation of the MOT test.
Look, you're obviously trying to pinpoint something on me, so...
Well...
I'm happy to take it to an MOT and you can...
The point is that you can't just do whatever you want to your car.
I can, as long as it's road legal.
Yeah, but some of the things are borderline, aren't they?
Not really.
Not really?
No.
Alright, okay.
And you're the only, well, I'd say the first ever copper that's pulled me over,
Yeah.
even though I've only ever been pulled twice tonight, is to pick up on the white light on the front.
Well, yeah, it just shows how good I am, doesn't it? I mean, your number plate's borderline.
Legal on the front, full number plate.
Yeah, but it's not, it's curved, isn't it?
Yeah,
On
it
the
doesn't
bumper.
matter. Doesn't matter. Because you can even get the new number plates now, where it's not an actual plate, it's a sticker. The reflective stickers, all the new Range Rovers have them. And they're curved as well, on the front.
You sure about that?
Yep, seeing it myself.
Alright. No, you see, I'm not convinced by that either. It's got to be vertical, isn't it? So if it's not vertical, then it's not... if it's on the... Like the Alfa Romeos, they go on a plinth, don't they?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so that's how they get...
I'm not an Alfa Romeo person.
That's how they get... well, they're the only cars that have the number plates in that position, isn't it, from the factory?
Yeah,
'cause
I don't know.
they're on a plinth, so it makes it vertical and so there's no issues, whereas that's just attached to the bumper where it was never intended to go, isn't it?
Well, it's up to you if you want to try and pin something on me. Like I've said, I've gone to Asda to take my mate who's got a newborn baby because he didn't want to go during the daytime, and I work with him.
I've no problem with people modifying their car, but if it's not legal, it's not legal, is it?
And if it's not illegal, it's not illegal, is it?
And some of these things, I think, are borderline. As I say, the headlight tint film and on the tail lights, I'm not convinced it's legal. I'll do some research, and if I, having done my research, find that it's not legal, then we'll give you a ticket next time, won't we?
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fair enough, isn't it? Yeah, your front tyres are quite worn as well, aren't they? They're getting a bit close to the legal limit.
Well, they're either under the legal limit or above the legal limit. It is of no consequence to you, Constable, if they're over the legal limit, so stop trying to create offences where there are none.
Well, they're not far off new then, but okay.
They're not, are they? If you look at the inside edge, you know, if you're telling me that's not far, that's new, the inside edge is quite worn, yeah, and there's probably about 3 mil on them.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're not quite new, are they? Well, they might be new, but you're ragging around in it and wearing them out, aren't you?
That's some assumption, Constable.
Well, I wouldn't say ragging around in it, but... So is that what you pulled me for, the front light?
Amongst other things, yeah. See why you're out, see what you're up to.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the second time you've been seen out in one night while all this lockdown's on.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why are we seeing this car twice in one night?
Again, there could be any number of reasonable reasons the vehicle may have been seen more than once. I can think off the top of my head why it could be feasible for a vehicle to be out 20 times, considering the current situation.
We've not
Yeah,
seen the same
it was you
car
guys that followed me before, wasn't it?
No, we've not seen you tonight,
No.
but someone else
That
said
I
they'd
had,
stopped
Someone in the same car as yours followed me coming back when I was taking him home.
You've got to expect it, haven't you? Yeah, if you're out, you're going to get stopped by the police, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Now that statement alone just screams police abuse. Nothing about, well, if you're out and about and you're seen several times, or if your vehicle has been spotted several times, then we might want to find out what you're up to, or if the vehicle has been stolen. Just plain and simply, if you're out and about, you're going to get stopped. Really?
Really? Yeah. There we are. We won't be seeing you again tonight, will we?
Nope.
The entire interaction from PC Ballbag and his friend has been done with such a condescending tone towards the driver, and these people wonder why we don't want to interact with them. Unfucking believable.
Good night, all.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like the content and you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so. In the description of every video there are some links to ways that you're able to help support the channel so I can continue putting out content. If you're unable to help us in that way, hit that subscribe button up the top there. If you haven't already, become a subscriber. That is support enough. Share the videos, comment, like, it all helps. If you're looking for something else to watch, up top there is my latest video. Down the bottom there is a video that YouTube recommends for you.